watch never stops. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the
It's 6:30 p.m. Do you know where you are? Sad breaking news. Musician and founding member of the band The Standells, Larry Tamblyn, has passed away at the age of 82 years old. Larry was a founding member of the band that influenced bands like the Sex Pistols, the Ramones, their hit song Dirty Water, which is a song that you'll hear whenever the Boston Red Sox plays their home games they play after their win. Has passed away, sadly. His nephew, Dennis Tamblyn, Larry's nephew, announced the sad news in a Facebook post telling fans his uncle passed away Saturday and remembering his incredible life. Larry was the younger brother of Russ Tamblyn, an Academy Award nominee and the star of the 1961 movie West Side Story. Played Riff. Larry also is the uncle of actress Amber Tamblyn, who's in the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants and Joan of Arc. Larry was only 82 years old. And, we had the opportunity on this show to talk with Larry about the Standells not being in the Hall of Fame and just the bands he inspired. And there's a lot to this interview. I'm going to show you right now a short clip of my conversation with Larry. If you want to see that full episode, make sure you click on the screen right after here. But in the meantime, enjoy my interview with Larry. It all starts right here.
I consider myself lucky more than anything. There's a lot of people that are a lot more talented than me that never had the breaks. And, because of one song, and of course we had a number of chart records, but, because of one song, we're still reaping the rewards from that, still get royalty checks from it. And it's just it's been great to us, and plus, they've used it in movies and television commercials. And, the Boston Red Sox, of course, play Dirty Water every time they went at home. And that's a kick. We've been to the World Series there, 2004, and then again, 2007 and 2013.
That's funny, huh? The Boston Red Sox. That's pretty legendary. It really is.
Yeah. And amazingly, and we get a lot of comments. Well, they're not from Boston, Well, yeah. So what? The Bee Gees weren't from Massachusetts either.
Good, touche.
We had our success, and by 1969, I mean, the rock and roll had gone through so many changes. It went from our sound to folk rock, psychedelic rock, jazz rock, jazz fusion. There was an article I read about Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Who remembers them anymore? They were into jazz rock, along with Chicago. And people forget that phase. There was a whole bunch of phases, and we, over the years, we just kind of, our sound faded out. And then along about 1970s, some of these new groups started picking up on the Standells, and they were really inspired by us. Groups like the Stooges and even heavy metal groups like Guns N' Roses, Metallica, a number of them, Ramones. They all admittedly were inspired by the Standells, and suddenly we had a big resurgence in the late 70s and the 80s. And about the Nuggets album that came out, and we were on that, got a lot of publicity, and suddenly we were back in Domain, and it was a huge surprise to me because I thought we were long since dead and forgotten about. Boston, you're my home. That's why it's such a thrill to have been inducted into the California Music Hall of Fame.
Prestigious honor for my brother Larry Tamblyn. Larry was always the most musical person in our family. We were all musicians in one way or another. At age 16, Larry recorded his first doo-wop song called Dearest. Then he recorded a ballad, This Is the Night, on Fargo Records. It made the regional charts and made #1 in Philadelphia. In '66, they recorded Dirty Water. And that was a mega hit. And when they California Music Hall of Fame. So, brother, come on out here.
Because I didn't seek it out. I'm one of the people that I don't care one way or the other about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I think it's political. I think, there's a lot of people that have been inducted that shouldn't be in there. It says Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and yet there's a lot of non-rock and roll people that have been inducted into it. And I looked at the new inductees, and I congratulate all of them. I just put a post on Facebook, and I congratulate all of them. But one of them was like a disc jockey.
It doesn't make sense. You know what?
Music.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And then you got bands like Grand Funk Railroad who are not in the Hall of Fame still, and there's a whole slew of people not in it. It doesn't make sense.
Those the ones that have the biggest political campaigns to get in there, and I have always discouraged everybody, even though there's been several attempts to get the Standells in there. I've discouraged people because I don't want any part of the politics. We've been to the Rock Hall of Fame, actually touring. They invited us there and they took us on a tour through it. They have a special kiosk devoted to the Standells inside the Rock Hall of Fame. Dirty Water is deemed by the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as one of the 500 songs that shaped rock and roll. So that to me is amazing. And yet, we've never been inducted, nor do I care. It's just one of those things. I could take it or leave it. And that's why this thing is so neat with the California Music Hall of Fame, because I never sought it out, and it came organically.
That was Mr. Larry Tamblyn, and I want to just say one more time our condolences to his family, his friends, and of course you, the fans. Larry's music will live on, and Larry, thank you for being a part of rock and roll history, and it was an honor to have you on the show. Until then, everybody, I am Steph, and stay beautiful. Click here and here for our next episode. Remember, who loves you, baby? We do. Don't forget to post your comments down below. We always love to hear from you.
Watch never stops.